With Vladimir Putin's war still raging in Ukraine, U.S. officials fear China will follow suit by one day invading the self-ruled island of Taiwan and triggering another war. They want to know what China is learning from the battle for Ukraine and whether Xi Jinping is getting accurate intelligence.
The lack of an independent intelligence community significantly worsened Putin's decision-making in Ukraine. What do you think President Xi in China is learning about his intelligence communities?
Senator, I think it's a really interesting question. I'd prefer to answer it perhaps in closed session. Would that be all right, sir?
An answer in secret. But Newsy spoke with former government officials who say China's intelligence often conforms to political framing, and there's no system of checks and balances.
What careful intelligence officers do is they do actually outsource their analysis to foreigners, because when they do this, they can say, if they're asked about why did you bring this heretical viewpoint to the leadership, we didn't do it. What we're doing is reporting on what foreign experts are saying.
Matt Brazil is a former diplomat who served in Beijing and co-wrote a book on China's intelligence community. He says Chinese spies fear being quietly shuffled out or accused of corruption, which could lead to demotion, arrest, physical harm, indefinite detention, family reprisal, or even possible execution. And he says Chinese spies are operating in Ukraine.
The Chinese intelligence community undoubtedly has people on the ground in Ukraine. And so the question that they are going to send to their agents in Taiwan is what are the chances, number one, of people in Taiwan acting like Ukrainians?
A former senior intelligence officer who did not want to be named in order to speak freely tells Newsy that unlike Putin, Xi is not completely surrounded by yes men. He's relied on a vast array of sources, including contacts of his father, who was a revolutionary and senior official. The source also said the U.S. does not know how often Xi receives intelligence briefings, but that Chinese officials previously considered having their own version of the president's daily brief, the crown jewel of U.S. intelligence products. Meanwhile, Beijing has been quietly and publicly pursuing efforts to build overseas military infrastructure. And recent satellite imagery, first obtained by analyst Matt Funiole, shows China preparing to launch its third largest and most advanced aircraft carrier.
This newest carrier, it's using all of the newest technology that China has access to, and it really is pushing the boundaries of carrier technology. It's also one of the first sort of indigenously built aircraft carriers in China.
The vessel is expected to carry large aircraft that fly to gather intelligence, and the U.S. will evaluate whether that intelligence is swayed by political winds. Now, it's not clear that China has necessarily picked a specific day to invade, but I'm told that the years 2025 to 2030 are of heightened risk. Now, that could change based on multiple variables, but the bottom line is 2049. That is the 100th year anniversary of the People's Republic. Back to you, Chance.
Sasha Ingberg, 2025, 2049, not too far off.